The month didn't start well, neither did it end well for India's men cricketers. Thanks to a below par, to say the least, performance against South Africa. After losing the Test series, India were far from ending the tour on a high. In fact, they were whitewashed in the ODI series. It wasn't actually one of those rare instances of Indian team being whitewashed overseas in the recent history. It's happened second time in 2 years. Don't forget, just before COVID erupted all over the world, India was whitewashed in New Zealand in the ODI series. Why is it happening so frequently? We'll come to the larger point later on. To begin with, let me tell you one of the key reasons India lost the ODI series in South Africa. Everyone might say that India never put on the runs that were required. Yes, no doubt the batters failed or the batters didn't really deliver. But the fact of the matter is, the key for India's bad loss is its spinners. Yes, as in you might say that when does spin play a crucial role in South Africa? Mind you, in 2018, let me just throw some numbers to you. In 2018, when India just swept the ODI series against South Africa, Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav both combined picked 33 wickets in 6 matches at an average of 15.09 and an economy rate of 4.97. The result was India was the overwhelming winner in the ODI series. You can check the scoreline. Cut to 2022, India used 3 spinners in 3 ODIs: R. Ashwin, Yuzvendra Chahal, and Jayant Yadav. What were the returns? They played 3 matches. They picked 3 wickets combined at an average of 107 runs a wicket and an economy rate of 5.44. I don't need to say anything more when you actually observe such a stark difference in the spinner's performance. Why has it happened? Yes, the key reason is Kuldeep Yadav's loss of form or the team management's loss in confidence in the last 2 years. And suddenly you have brought back R. Ashwin. Yuzvendra Chahal appears to have become slightly monotonous, at least for the longer form of white ball cricket. All these factors combined, India just seemed to not have any control over the middle overs when they are fielding. And it also reflects in the fact that since 2019 World Cup, India have considered the most runs and over in the middle overs, that 11 to 40 overs patch, which is now considered to be crucial, even more crucial in one days than it used to be earlier, thanks to the new fielding restrictions. India concedes run a ball in those 30 overs. That effectively means that if you concede 180 runs in the middle over, actually a team should concede almost 350 runs, because you can actually think of any decent batting opposition scoring about 80 runs in the first 10, 100 odd in the last 10, add 180 to it, you do the math. No wonder then India just did not look like being a competitive side in this ODI series. They just seem to be well far from the rest of the world when it comes to having uh, got their hand, having got the hand over the so-called modern day one-day cricket. The other point, obviously, is the body language. We all saw that they just appeared to actually go through the motions, especially in the first couple of matches. Yes, the players were overworked. Yes, there was lots happening off the field, especially during the tour. Still, it was not an excuse for the team to actually just appear to be like going through that 9 to 5 job like scenario. As in, one could actually feel that whether they were actually there, and that's not expected of a professional sports person. And this point would have been valid even if they would have ended up somehow winning the series. The body language just did not reflect what is expected of an international sports outfit. That's the bottom line. Yes, like I said, maybe the fact that BCCI forced, in a way, Chief Selector Chetan Sharma to kind of underline what the BCCI president had earlier said, and all this happened in the middle of the Test series. Just imagine that event took place on December 31. Since then, for all of January, the Indian team has been on a downhill. Whether there is any correlation or not, you figure it out for yourself. And more importantly, the last point I'm trying to make is only the fact that the team has a new leader and all does not make Rahul Dravid's job even more difficult. The fact that this Indian ODI team, especially, is on a steady downhill curves since 2019 World Cup makes Rahul Dravid's job even more difficult for the next 15 odd months, because on one hand, he has to prioritize the 2022 T20 World Cup. On another, he has to ensure that India lift their ODI game. Since 2019 World Cup, India has played 24 ODIs and they have managed to win only 11 of them. Less than 50% success rate, losing 12 with one no result. That just underlines how difficult it's going to be for Rahul Dravid for India to ace the game. Yes, the next year's World Cup is going to be in India. That's one of the biggest pluses for this team, but they're still far off from being one of the real top sides in the 50 over format. And the next big challenge obviously is going to be the Test series, right? India have appeared to be on a slide in Test cricket suddenly. To stem the slide, they need strong backups. To have strong backups, you need a strong domestic structure. Lesser said about domestic cricket, especially in first class format, the better it is. For a simple fact that the last domestic first class game, I repeat, the last domestic first class game to have been played in India was in March 2020. Since then, every major cricket country, be it Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Afghanistan, all of India's neighbors included, they have had full seasons, two full seasons of first class cricket. India, the Ranji Trophy has not happened since the 2019-20 edition. 2020-21 it was understandable that COVID forced the Ranji Trophy to be abandoned. When it comes to 2021-22, so far technically the BCCI has only postponed the edition, which was supposed to start on Jan 13. As of now, we at the Sports Star and the Hindu have reported that it's unlikely to host Ranji Trophy yet again. What does it mean? Where will the backups come from? Maybe you can tell us. Do share your feedback on this video on all our social media handles, and watch out for all the other content on sportstar.thehindu.com. Thank you.